Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. We will make learning English both funny and effective. In this series, I will be sharing with you the exact method I use to improve my English. Every day I will take a page for the famous five on the treasure island. Read it with you and focusing on the 20 new words from that page. Together we will explore their meanings, learning how to use them in a sentence, and even do simple exercise to understand the page better. To make it easy for you, I have provided a PDF version of the book in the description box below. This steps by steps approach helping me a lot, and I am confident it will help you too. So let's start this journey together and make learning English an enjoyable experience. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me every day for a new lesson. Today I will explore with you page 21, reading and explanation, your guide to mastering English. 20 new words: boat, road, island, castle, ruin, harbor, cove, horse, rock, mainland, church, tower, current, mast, outline, hawk, dive, swimming, trunk, exciting, eagerly. George and Julian change places in the boat. Julian rowed well, but not so strongly as George. The boat sped along, rocking smoothly. They went right round the island and saw the castle from the other side. It looked more ruined on the side that faced the sea. The strong winds come from the open sea, explained George. There is not really much left of it this side, except piles of stones. But there is a good little harbor in a little cove for those who know how to find it. George took the oars after a while and rowed steadily out a little beyond the island. Then she stopped and looked back towards the shore. How do you know when you are over the wreck? Asked Julian, puzzled. I should never know. Well, do you see the church tower on the mainland? Asked George. And do you see the tip of that hill over there? Well, then you get them exactly in line with one another between the two towers of the castle on the island. You are pretty well over the wreck. I found that out ages ago. The children saw that the tip of the far off hill and the church tower were practically in line with they look at them between the two old towers of the island castle. They looked eagerly down into the sea to see if they could spy the rock. The water was perfectly clear and smooth. There was hardly a wrinkle. Timothy looked down into it too, his head on one side, his ears cocked, just as if he knew what he was looking for. The children laughed at him. We're not exactly over it, said George, looking down too. The water's so clear today that we should be able to see quite a long way down. Wait, I'll row a bit to the left. Wolf, said Timothy suddenly, and wagged his tail, and at the same moment, the three children saw something deep down in the water. It's the wreck, said Julian, almost feeling out of the boat in his excitement. I can see a bit of broken mast. Look, Dick, look. All four children and the dog, too, gazed down earnestly into the clear water. After a little while, they could make out the outlines of a dark hulk, out of which the broken mast stood. It's a bit on one side, said Julian. Poor old chap. How it must hate lying there, gradually falling to pieces. George, I wish I could dive down and get a closer look at it. Well, why don't you? Said George. You've got your swimming trunks on. I've often dived down. I'll come with you if you like. If Dick can dip the boat round about here, there is a current that is trying to take it out to sea. Dick, you will have to keep working a bit with the oars to keep the boat in one spot. The explanation of the 20 important words from the text. Boat, a small vessel for traveling on water. Road, the action of moving a boat using oars. Island, a piece of land surrounded by water. Castle, a large fortified building. Ruined, destroyed or in a state of decay. Harbor, a place on the coast where ships can find shelter. Cove, a small, sheltered bay. Oars, long poles with flat ends used to row a boat. Wreck, the remains of a ship that has been destroyed. Mainland, the main part of a country, not including islands. Church, a building used for Christian worship. Tower, a tall, narrow structure, often part of a building. Current, the flow of water in a particular direction. Mast, a tall pole on a ship that supports the sails. Outline, the outer edge or shape of something. Hulk, the body of an old or wrecked ship. Dive, to jump into water head first. Swimming trunks, clothing worn from swimming. Excited, feeling or showing excitement. Eagerly, with keen interest or enthusiasm. Opposite antonyms of the 20 words. Both land short. Rose, drifted, floated. Island, mainland, continent. Castle, hut, shack. Ruined, restored, repaired. harbor, open sea, ocean, cove, cliff, bluff, oars, anchor, rudder, rock, intact ship, new vessel, mainland, island, peninsula, church, secular building, temple if considered no Christian place of worship, current, still water, stagnations, mass, keel, hull, part of a ship but not opposite, outline, blur, smudge, hook, fragile structure, small boat, swimming truck, formal wear, track clothes, exciting, calm, bored, eagerly, reluctantly, and differently. 8 comprehension questions based on the text, each with 4 answer options to help you understand the story better. Why did George and Julian change place in the boat? Julian wanted to rest. George wanted to row more struggle. Julian wanted to try rowing. The boat was too heavy. The answer of question 1 in the text. George and Julian changed place in the boat. Julian rowed well is the answer. Julian wanted to try rowing. What did the children notice about the castle from the other side of the island? It looked new, it looked more ruined, it was surrounded by trees, it had no towers. The answer in the text, but not so strong as George. The boat stand alone, rocking smoothly. They went right round the island and saw the castle from the other side. It looks more ruined, yes, is the answer. It looks more ruined. It looked more ruined is the answer of the question. Now, question number 3. How did George know they were over the rock? She used a map. She aligned the church's tower and the hilltop between the castle towers. She saw the rocky from the surface. Timothy's bracket to indicate the stop. The answer of the question in the text, how do you know when you are over the rock? Asked Julian, puzzled. I should never know. Well, do you see the church towered on the mainland? Asked George. And do you see the tip of the hill over there? Well, when you get them exactly in line with one another between the two towers of the castle on the island, you are pretty well over the wreck. Yes, is the answer. She aligned the church towers and the hilltop between the castle towers. What did the children see when they looked down into the water? A school of fish, a broken mast, and the outline of the ship, a treasure chest, a coral reef. The answer of this question in the text, all 4 children and the dog too gazed down earnestly into the clear water. After a little way, they could make out the outlines of a dark rock, out of which the brook must stood. Yes, is the answer. A brook mast and the outline of a ship. Now, why did George suggest Julian could dive down to the rock? Julian was a professional diver. Julian was worried swimming tracks. The water was too shallow for the boat. The rock was very close to the surface. The answer of this question in the text, well, why don't you, said George. You've got your swimming track on. Yes, is the answer. Julian was wearing swimming tracks. What did Timothy do when the children saw the rock? He jumped into the water, he braked and wagged his tail. He hid under the boat. He fell asleep. The answer of this question in the text, "Woof," said Timothy suddenly and wagged his tail. Yes, is the answer. He braked and wagged his tail. Now, question 7. What did George say about the strong winds and the castle? They made the castle strong. They cursed the castle to collapse on the sea facing south. They create a harbor near the castle. They made the castle invisible. The answer of this question in the text, the strong winds come from the open sea. Explain, George. Yes, is the answer. B. What did Dick have to do when George and Julian considered diving? Ruin the boat to the mainland, keep the boat steady against the current, look for the rock with binoculars, feed Timothy. The answer of this question in the text, if Dick can keep the boat round about here, that's a current that is trying to take it out to sea. Dick, you will have to keep walking a bit with the oar to dip the boat in one spot. Yes, is the answer. Keep the boat stand against the current is the answer. Now, to better understand and memorize the 20 words we shared today, I'm preparing a series of exercises for you to follow. You found the PDF in the description box below. Find in the blankets and answer a conversation you can practice in with yourself and write exercise and the word search and the answer. Goodbye and see you in another video.
Subscribe now.